Previously on Trails through Daybreak, Aaron performed a sword dance but soon learned that someone attacked his friends. The Spriggan team spent some time at a local bathhouse and then took on some quests in order to familiarize Fairy with Edith. One of those quests required him to find the client's sister, but not talk to her for some reason.
Heading to the objective!
Wow, it's so busy here. It's amazing everything's under control of so many people. It feels so different from Station Street. That's Tyrell for you. As you might have guessed, this is where the Tyrell Times was founded. There's a handful of other publishers headquartered here too. As a result, tons of young people like to hang out here. It's where you'll find find a lot of trends and subcultures taking off. This area has a fairly distinctive vibe you won't find anywhere else in the city as a result, yes. I've come here a handful of times with my friends from school. One of them even works at a bookstore here. Plenty more to find here than just books too. I find myself out here all the time. Why don't we wander around here a little while? Nothing beats seeing a place firsthand when you want to get to know it. Okay, let's go.
Alright, newbie. I'll need you to pay close attention to where the bulletin board is.
If I remember correctly, it's in a side street by the movie theater.
You're the guy who runs Arkride Solutions, huh? What do you think you're doing, dragging such a young kid around? Are you up to more business? So I try to keep yourselves out of anything too shady, alright? It only makes more trouble for us police in the long run. I remember you. We met when we dealt with that scammer. Appreciate you folks taking care of the things after we were done. Yeah, well, whatever. You're welcome, I guess. It didn't feel like we were helping so much as getting dumped with the cleanup. Just don't do anything to disturb the peace, got it? We've got enough headaches to deal with without you taking matters into your own hands. Karen's held a bit of a grudge since all that happened. She went on about how you outdid the police and how we on the force could end up in trouble before long. It never ends. Nancy, you can't just tell them that. I said all of that to you in confidence. Hey, don't worry, ladies. We'll be careful not to get either of you fired. We're not looking to put anyone out of business here. Hey, Karen is nothing if not consistent. In any case, we're out on patrol for the time being, so if you see anything suspicious, let us know. We'll be right on top of it. Listen, you have our thanks for helping us arrest that scammer. We couldn't have caught him without you. But try to keep yourselves out of any shady business from now on, alright? It only makes more trouble for us police in the long run.
Sweetest of wine.
Even my parents were wearing Eastern outfits, but like, we're all so much more comfortable wearing modern stuff, you know? And then my brother asks me about ethnic-related stuff because of his job all the time, and honestly, thinking about all that gets old. I think you should just keep doing and wearing what you like, Stan. Like that one look from last week. You looked amazing. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. Yeah, I like to think of myself as a pretty free spirit, unlike my brother. Yeah, you really are. As for you, Peter, don't you have anything to say about running late, I told you, I didn't mean to. I just slept in a bit too much. I promise, I won't let any of that happen again. The problem isn't just that you were late, you know, it's that you were also trying to butt into girl talk. Do you have anything to say for yourself, or is it suddenly alright for men to barge into conversations whenever they like? Yeah, she's right, Peter. You were pretty insensitive. God, you've got me there. I'm sorry, girl. Seriously, I am.
Right. Well...
Marilyn's shooting some serious daggers at me. Look, I'll cop up to the fact that I messed up. I didn't think those two were having such an intense conversation, but I could just join in. But does Marilyn really have to make me literally pay for it every time I'm a little late or I misinterpret something? I mean, come on.
Well...
Now where should we hang out today? I'm going to make Peter spoil us real good for being such a jerk earlier, so let's be sure to pick somewhere nice to eat. I was born and raised here in Edith, so I'm used to doing whatever I want without always asking other people for permission. People think just because I'm Eastern I'm supposed to be modest or whatever. It sucks. I'm so glad my friends these days don't think like that. The entertainment industry is changing so much. It's not just made up of actors these days. Now even idols and fashion models are part of it. The lines are blurring too. Just look at the trendy actresses like Judith Lancaster. She's so popular. She's practically an idol in her own right. It takes all kinds of kinds these days. If I can just find something that works for me and make it stick, maybe, just maybe, I can break in too.
Well...
Come on, mister. You gotta be a scout. Notice me already. You can't ignore such hotness when it's right in front of you. I've been walking past you for 3 weeks now. Make your move already. Hey, do you ever find yourself wondering about some of the most heinous criminals to ever live on this continent? Like, take the demon up the Eastern Quarter. They're a legendary assassin whose activities date back to over 100 years. They were even involved in Calvard's democratic revolution. But get this, they say the demon still lives, and that they're committing gruesome murders in the underworld to this very day. Now, I'm not sure if that's all hogwash or not, but it's fun to think about, don't you think? Speaking of the demon, apparently they normally go by a codename. I couldn't tell you what it is, though. They don't talk about that in this book, which is a shame. By the way, the book's called Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. It's the best. You learn all sorts of neat little tidbits about crime. Do I get a copy of that book? The thing is, I don't think I've actually been able to collect any books so far, other than the newspaper. The coffee they serve here is really good. They have blends that are just like what they have back home. Really, the whole atmosphere here is soothing, and the owner's a nice man too. I feel like I can come here to slowly acclimate to life here in Edith. When my husband said we were going to have to leave Alzheim because of a job transfer at first I was really worried if it was a good idea. But I think we can make this work. We found a temple, and our sons come to like the local Sunday school as well. It's hard to complain. Mommy says the cafe helps her adjust to our new country. That's just like me. Everyone's so nice to me at Sunday school. This place feels just like home now. If the boss of this place is nice to my mommy, this will feel like home to her too. Welcome to Macmillan Cafe. I'll be happy to get you seated wherever you like. Are you sensitive to smoke or sunlight? I like to interacting with customers. Probably comes from doing a lot of part-time jobs up until this point. The owner here, Charles, often tells me that what a good job I do. Gotta keep it up so I maintain that winning streak. I've worked at my fair share of places part-time, but this has definitely been the best one to work at. The owner here is so nice. I think my little brother is gonna join me here next year. Until then, I gotta keep holding down the fort. Oh wow, I didn't realize this cafe had its own cat. That's so cool. That's a funky meow. Can't say I've ever heard that come out of a cat before. Heck, he kind of reminds me of the cat from that one novel, now that I think about it. Actually, as it so happens, I named him Kageyoshi after that very same cat. He can be a peculiar feline, but he means well and serves as the mascot of our cafe, so please be nice to him. Oh, why hello there, Agnes. It's good to see you again. And who do we have here with you today? It's good to see you too, Mr. Macmillan. These two people are from my workplace. He's my boss and she's my coworker, I guess you could say. Oh, you've started working, have you? Good for you. I'm sure it'll make for a wonderful experience for you. Your coworker looks like she's from the Central East, yes? You should try some of our coffee. The beans we roast are quite popular and come straight from there. They're a real deal. Wow, that's awesome. Abby loves his coffee back home. I'll have to taste some of yours and see how it compares. It's deeply humbling having so many people from all different walks of life come to this cafe for rest and relaxation. In fact, when the original owner still ran it, they say she and Dirk and her compatriots used to come here to discuss the revolution and their ideals. Hopefully they're all resting by the goddess' side these days, knowing their country is much more peaceful and their people can live at ease.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I see.
I should buy a business magazine to see what's going on with the economy. I heard there's an op-ed from Walter Huckberry this weekend. Wait, is that a new volume of Tales of Bravery? I haven't kept up with that series lately. I wonder how long this new one's been out. Looks like they've put out 10 volumes so far. I think I'll buy a full set. Crap, what am I saying? I came here to buy a business magazine. But who says I can't buy both? I'll just pick up these comics and blast through them this weekend. Hi there, welcome to Stewart Bookstore. Whether you're shopping for novels, business magazines, or reference books, we've got all your reading needs covered. And we sell more than just books. We also have comic magazines, promotional merchandise for movies, and plenty more. If there's anything you're looking for in particular, let me know.
Ah, welcome.
Soul Chef. Walking Edith. Proverbs of Color. Accuracy. I may want to give that a van. Seems to be having accuracy issues. Sacrifice a little attack for more consistency. I think that's a good idea.
Initializing planner mode.
So he'll give you the book.
Thanks!
Wendell, guess what? The cops put out more wanted posters for that cat thief woman again. There's all sorts of rumors about her, like how she's got a heart of gold or how it's actually a team of thieves and whatnot. The list goes on. Dude, I know you run into some crazy stuff while you're out bicycling. You're like a magnet for it. You ever see her around town? Do you have to put it like that? You make it sound like I go out of my way to attract weird things to me when I really don't. But since you asked, I was out riding a couple of nights ago when I just happened to look up. I think I might have seen someone running across rooftops. I lost sight of them immediately, though, so who knows what it was. Might have just been some monkey that got out of his cage or something.
Alrighty.
It sounds like what Wendell saw was a more average fan of thief, jumping and flying with around superhuman skill, the kind we all heard about before. What a letdown. I was hoping he saw something so unusual would turn everyone's conventional thinking the hell upside down. Damn. Don't get me wrong, it was fun being able to meet all kinds of people while cycling around. But sometimes I come across some pretty inexplicable things, which then gets my friend weirdly excited. I'm not a fan.
Well,
Oh, yes, I actually have a quest here. Welcome, if you've been searching for the most legit Eastern food you've got, then look no more. We don't cut any corners here. All of our ingredients are sourced straight from the Eastern Quarter, and so are all of our staff too. I'm not so special though, I only work here part-time. Do you know Calvard? We're the same age. He works in the kitchen, but he's at the very bottom of the totem pole. He's also kind of antisocial. I don't think he's really cut out to be waiting tables. If you ask me, he's way in over his head. But it's okay, because he's got a capable person looking after him. Me.
What'll you have today?
Leafy Hot Pot. Welcome to Kayunge. Kayunje. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Edith's #1 home for Eastern cuisine. You won't find a single restaurant in this city with more authentic food, I guarantee it. I've never been inside here before. It looks very nice and clean. Yeah, and the food smells great. It's making me hungry. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Oh, well, if it isn't the chief of Arkride Solutions himself, how can I be to grace us with your presence? Oh, please, do make yourselves at home. Good sir, it's my honor and pleasure to serve such a distinguished guest. Yeah, whatever. That was an odd exchange. Are they acquainted? You ladies both look like bright young women. We'll serve the finest Eastern cuisine you'll ever taste, so we hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, and same to you, Mr. Arkride. Enjoy your meal. This lady ticks me off. Okay, yes, they're definitely acquainted. Heiwei? Is this a Heiwei-owned place?
This tastes great.
Greetings. Please take your time while you're here. Relax and enjoy. Please take your time while you're here. Relax and enjoy.
well,
Well, you're stuck with me all day, ladies. I know I've been able to come home more lately, but I still want to make every minute of this holiday count, so I'm spending it all with you two. Heh, oh, that's so sweet, Julio. You really don't have to fret so much about us, really. All that constant traveling to and from here must be getting to you. Look at Amiya, she's 6 now, she's doing okay. No, this is about me fretting over you two. I wouldn't have it any other way. The nice thing about getting assigned to the Crosswell's Consulate is that it's much easier for me to travel in and out, much less paperwork. Plus, you're right, Amiya is 6. How can I not come and see my daughter's beautiful little face now that she's growing up fast? Daddy, I want to see a movie. Okay, sweetheart, once we're done eating, we'll all go see a movie together. I work as a diplomat, so it's rare for me to get any time to see my family. On the flip side, it's fun to discover just how much my daughter has grown since I last saw her whenever I come home. Either way, it goes without saying, I'll always cherish these chances we have to get together and be whole. I don't really remember when Daddy went to Arabonia, but I remember drawing him a picture. I think all I wanted was to play together as a family once he came back. Him, me, and Mommy. I really appreciate my husband coming back home to see us more frequently, but I worry the constant back and forth is wearing him out. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely better than when he was stationed in Arabonia. We couldn't see him at all while he was out there. I just don't want him to push himself too hard as his wife, that's all. Hello, you're Jess, aren't you? Hey, haven't I seen you guys before? We've met before, yes, it's good to see you. We're with Arkride Solutions. You put out a request asking for help, yeah? That's what we're here to talk about. Care to fill us in on what's going on? Well, you really came after all. I mean, not that I doubted you guys or anything, but still. Anyway, you guys should probably sit down. It's gonna take me a while to explain everything. So to give you guys a brief introduction, as you know, my name's Jess. I'm a singer and songwriter, if I can even really call myself that. I just started doing all of that pretty recently, so it's not like I'm famous or anything close to that. Well, I thought your music was really great when I heard it earlier. You should be proud of it. Was it really? Oh, I wish I could have heard it. Thanks, you girls are too kind. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've been seeing you guys more and more around my neighborhood. Old Town? Yeah, that's probably because our office is located in Old Town. Oh, no kidding? That's where the 3 of us live. That's neat. Who else do you live with? I live with some friends I've known since we were kids. We all came up to Edith from the countryside and decided to room together. One of them is this guy named Raymond. He works at a flower shop. The other is Raymond's older sister, Carol. She works at a boutique. Gotcha, good to know. And just to be clear, I promise not to go around talking to people about you guys or anything. This isn't exactly the sort of request I want Raymond and Carol to know about anyway, so it's really for the best. You wrote that you wanted us to remove your information from somebody's notebook. Could you go into that a little more? Sure, but before I do, I need to ask, have you guys ever heard of a guy named Giacomo before? Do you say Giacomo? You could say we know him, for better or worse. Oh great, that saves me the trouble of having to explain who he is. Basically, the notebook I wrote about is this one he keeps full of material to blackmail people. Yikes, I knew that notebook wasn't good news based on the title of your request, but that sounds super bad. Can't say I'm surprised he'd have such a thing, but it doesn't put him in any better of a light, that's for sure, damn sure. How'd you find out you were in his little black book? Well, once I started to make a name for myself doing music stuff, he ambushed me outside the concert hall one day. What he said really freaked me out. He told me that he knew my secret, and if I didn't want it getting out to the wrong guy, I'd have to help him with his work. I haven't seen Giacomo at all since then, but I want that information scrubbed out of his notebook before he has a chance to do anything with it. That's despicable. It's one thing to play dirty on the battlefield, but threatening a private citizen is just low. Wait, hold on a second. Man, weren't you talking about Giacomo just the other day? Yeah, and for a reason our client here might like to know. Giacomo's dead. I can't go into specific circumstances of what happened with someone like you, but I figured it's worth clearing up that much. We probably still want that notebook anyways. Are you serious? I had no idea. Now I'm worried. If he's dead, what could have happened to the notebook? Ordinarily, something like that would be in the custody of the police. But this is Giacomo we're talking about. He wouldn't let one of the tools of his trade fall into the hands of the police so easily. My bet is he kept it hidden. Odds are about 50-50 as to where the cops managed to uncover it or not. It's probably in our best interest to figure out where he stashed it or what's become of it. Sure, that makes sense to me. Even if the police might have it in their possession, I'd appreciate you guys going out and checking just to make sure. What do you say, man? Are we gonna help him? Except... Don't worry, we'll take the case. Our first stop should probably be Giacomo's 2 hideouts that we visited before. We should sift through them and see what we find. I'm sure the guy had other spots while he was alive, but with any luck, something will turn up and we won't have to go through any more trouble. That makes sense. We already know where the 2 hideouts are, so we might as well investigate them. Sounds good to me. I can't wait to see you guys do your thing. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot about being a spriggan. Once we come to some sort of conclusion, we'll be sure to contact you with whatever news we have. Until then, sit tight. We've got you covered. Perfect. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how much I appreciate it.
Commencing mission!
I think I'll try writing some music here for once. I mainly settled on this place because the other 2 hardly come here as far as I know. But it's actually pretty relaxing here, so I think I'll just keep hanging out here for a while. Anyway, thanks for handling my request. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the lunch, Victor. It was delicious as always. Glad you liked it, kiddo. Tonight I've got some Central Eastern seasoning I'm gonna use, so leave some room for dinner, alright? Ooh, sounds good. I can't wait. You know, you really spoil Fairy, don't ya? Huh? Hell are you on about? She's living in another country, her parents aren't around, and she's never been here before. What kind of jackass wouldn't be nice to her? If you made her pilot were living like that, Oh, forget. Come now, little lady, eat up. What do you like? Heh, big old Papa Bear. He's not so bad of a landlord now, is he? I've got plenty of good eats for you, so you ever get hungry, just let me know. And this is just the dad and me talking. Don't worry your folks at home, alright? Make sure to write them every now and then. They want to know what their little girl's up to. Heh, will do. Okay, so this new recipe... wow, I don't have enough assorted grains.
Got it! I'll try my hardest! I did a taste test first.
I heard something from the room ahead of us. There's people inside. Several people. Maybe it's... Almada, I hope not. No, I doubt it. Probably just exactly who we want to see here. Let's head in. Cops. Hello there, officers. How you liking this spot? You come by here often? Hope you found what you're looking for. I should be asking you that question. What's a punk like you doing in here? And you brought a child along this time. There is a police investigation underway here. Civilians are not allowed in the premises. Oh, come on, don't be like that. I just stopped by on a job. Guess you guys are looking for something too, huh? If you already know, then why are you asking? It's not like I'll tell you anything else, either. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me what kind of job you're taking that brought you back here, of all places? This doesn't have to be a questioning, though I don't mind you taking you along to the station for an interview, voluntarily, of course. Whoa, hey, whoa, hold up there. I ain't trying to pick a fight. We've got our own business around here. What do you say I scratch your back and help you look for wherever it is you're trying to find? Who knows, maybe an outsider's perspective will help things along better than you could, Inspector. And of course, we'll tell you about anything we find, no secrets here. I know we're asking for a lot, but please consider making an exception this time. Of course, we won't get in your way, Inspector. I can even go out and clean up the waterway monsters so things are a little safer here. As in, you're going to fight them. Damn it, kid, maybe let me handle this one. Anyway, please, you can trust me a little on this one. If supervision would make you feel better, you can always have someone to watch us. You're shameless, thinking you could come in and just ask me to trust you, just like that. And yet the CID trusts you, if ever so slightly. I'd quite like to find out just what about you is worthy of that trust, assuming there's anything at all. Can we go in then? Yes, but if you'd so much as twitch in a suspicious way, I'll have cuffs on you before you even notice. Let us know if you find anything. Thank you so much, Inspector. Okay, excuse us then. You called yourselves Arkride Solutions, if I recall. I swear, you couldn't be more suspicious if you tried. But if you insist that you're worthy of even a spriggan for trust, go ahead and prove it. It's a flyer for the taco stand. Come to think of it, we met Giacomo right in front of that taco stand. You mentioned he was a regular there usually on Wednesdays. Tacos, I could go for a taco right now. I wonder what I should get. Their menu is on the back of the flyer, yeah? Very tugging on the taco stand flyer. I can't get off. It's stuck to the wall and all I can lift is this corner. Oh wait, hold on. Look, there's something written in the corner here. Is this a code of some sort? You're right. Get on one there, Rita. Let me take a look. Number, a lot of numbers and letters. It's written in tiny letters on the back of the flyer. I have no idea what this means. Yep, no clue either. This one's not going to be an easy one to decipher. We're going to need a key to decipher the code in the first place. Man, a taco flyer is a whack place to put a code on. Dude must have been real hardcore about his tacos to come up with something like this. He did go every week. Yeah. Isn't it nice to see you free having so much fun at our crime scene? Well, do you find anything? I'll remind you that tampering with evidence is a crime punishable by law, but you might just look nice behind bars in a prison suit. Hey, cool there. We're just about to show you. Take a look for yourself. Giacomo left some sort of code on here. I do see that something's written, but are you sure it's a code? Sure? No, not until you decode it anyway. Alright, guess you're not just talk then. Hate to say it, but you did help in our investigation. Heh, nice. If I get to earn a favor from the cops, then that's a win in my book. I found what I was looking for, so we'll be leaving now. Hold up, don't think you can play me for a fool here. I've got an idea as to what you're after. Let me ask you this. What will you do with it once you find it? Got no idea what you're talking about, Inspector. Don't play coy with me. We're all well aware Giacomo had a thing for collecting information for blackmailing purposes. We've so far been unable to locate that information. It wasn't with any of his possessions. It's a safe assumption on our part that he might have had such info hidden somewhere in the city. That code might very well lead us to at least part of that information, once solved. I know what you're on about, so let's not play any games here, Spriggan. Sorry, but I can't go telling on a client. I got a job to do here, and my own rules are to stick by as a Spriggan. I have to put my client's wishes first and foremost. Whether it's in the best interest of the police or not, that's not really in my business. Alright, but I'll be keeping an eye on you and making sure you don't use Giacomo's secrets for anything problematic. You do, and I'll be more than happy to be the one to throw you behind bars. I think that's as much justification as I need. Regardless, thank you for your assistance, Arkride Solutions. I'll pray to the gods that you continue being this cooperative with the police in the future. Yeah. Sorry for bothering you, and thanks. Thank you for your assistance too, Inspector. Okay, still not sure what this code's gonna take us to wherever this blackmail book is, but we gotta keep it at it. Nothing else really caught my eye in his hideout. I don't think we're gonna find anything else, even if we keep looking. Worst comes to worst, we can still check his other hideout, but it'd be real swell if we could figure things out here. We need a key to solve this, don't we? I didn't see any more hints. I don't know what to do. Maybe we're missing something, like in his hideout or something. There was a sofa, a liquor bottle, several containers. And there's this taco stand flyer where Fairy found the code. The taco stand flyer might be a lead worth looking into. He was real fond of that taco joint. Hell, the code itself was on the flyer. I don't think it's just a coincidence. That's not the kind of guy Giacomo was. He was very cautious. And let's go to the taco stand. Back to Riverside. Wait, did I screw up by not examining every single thing before the tacos? No, I can't even... Maybe it wasn't relevant then. Here we are. This was one of Giacomo's old bases. Sure enough, it looks as though the police have already seized everything he left behind here. You never know. It's still possible they overlooked something. My thoughts exactly. Let's give this place a good comb over and see if we can find clues to where his blackmail notebook is. That's a suspicious brick. Is it just me or does this brick look different? Yeah, it looks like it was made with a different kind of clay. Let's try poking around it just in case. Van gave the brick and all those surrounding it a light knock. The one that looks different sounds different too. It was a lot later. I've read stories where bricks are used as switches. I wonder if that could be the case here. Only one way to find out. I don't think we can outright remove it, but we can at least shift it around a bit. After removing the brick, they discovered that the letters were written upon its surface. Oh look, something's written on it. It says TE203. Let's put it back how it was before we link on it. I think I got it. The other code was number, and we put them together. It says note, like notebook. You're right. It doesn't necessarily mean that this leads to the notebook we're looking for, but they are connected. That's a good start. Now we just need to solve the rest of the cipher. Maybe we'll be able to do that if we visit a taco stand in Riverside. Let's head on over there and see.
Oh, good stuff right here. The very best.
So this is the taco stand from the flyer, right? Yeah, let's see if it's got a clue for this code. Wow, they all look really tasty. I can't decide what to buy. Hey there, girlie. Menu's right here. Feel free to pick whatever catches your eye. Maybe the menu is a clue. Well, whatever. Might as well make an order while we're here. Wait, no freaking way. Oh, you're right. So that's what it means. Do you figure something out? I think the menu itself might be our key. You'll find an answer if you use the portion after the number. On the menu, I don't get it. Why not give it a try? Good chance as any. It's really straightforward if you figure out the trick. Okay, I see. Okay then. I don't like that I'm the only one who hasn't figured it out anyway. I'll give it a shot. The menu is the key to decipher the code then. What came after number was R4, G6, B7, F7, Z1, P8, S10. There's 9 items on the menu. Red hot chili taco, green onion taco, and the veggie salad taco. Beef and garlic taco, cheesy taco, and the fiery fish taco. Zesty lemon chicken taco, pulled pork taco, and shrimp and bean taco. What's the solution? What if they changed their menu, though? Horizon. I got it, it's Horizon. You start at the first letter and go down each item a number of letters equal to the number, and take that letter. You got it. Good job nailing it on the first try. Well done, Fairy. Heh, that was easy. But Horizon, huh? Next up is figuring out what that means. The obvious answer would be the horizon, but that may be taking things a little too literally. Can't always just ask. Hey, mind if I ask a quick question? What's the first thing that comes to mind if I say the word horizon? Horizon, oh I know. Really? What is it? No big deal, really. But first thing to pop into my head was the apartment building across the river. It's called Horizon Heim. The landlord stops by every now and then for some tacos. Hard to forget when they're always complaining about all the vacancies in the building. Got it, thanks for the hint. Giacomo might have heard the landlord complaining about all the vacancies. If he did, it makes sense he'd take advantage of the empty space to hide stuff. True, shall we go look into it? Let's go. So this is Horizon Heim. After all our clues, I think room 203 is the most suspicious. Should we go inside it? Was thinking about that, but I don't buy that the hiding spot's the building itself. It's too easy. Giacomo is the careful type. Wouldn't have wanted people to see him coming in or out of the building. Then it must be outside, but what's the 203 about? Figure it's gotta be this, right? Oh, the mailbox. Interesting, the drop slot for 203 is covered by a transparent tape. Yeah, probably because the room's not rented. However, the code suggests that inside a little post box. Ran toward the tape off the room 203 mailbox and took out the contents. Knew it, here it is. So this is the notebook we've been searching for. A worn leather notebook, it certainly looks like it. Yeah, this thing's filled with personal information, photos, and newspaper clippings about all kinds of folk. No question, this is the blackmail material Jess talked about. Where's Jess's page? Oh, here it is. Beneath a blue skies, you and I sit, listening to my strings. It occurs to me that these everyday moments with you mean everything to me. Remember letting you know the truth of my feelings shall abstain. More than just friendship, locked away in my heart they remain. Though they may overpower me, forever shall I be a part of the flowery man that owns my heart. This is a poem? No, these are lyrics. Oh, there's a comment, taken from discarded notebook. These lyrics, though, they're nice and all, but what about this makes some blackmail material? There's a photo here, too. The photo shows Jess entering a business with a man's arm around his shoulder. His expression is guilty and full of shame. At glance, it looks like he got suckered in by some sparker. No, really, all of this looks normal. What about this is blackmail? I'm not sure I am right, but I may have an idea. Do you notice, man? The song is talking about a man. Do you think that means... Yeah, we're thinking about the same thing. Oh, come on, don't whisper to each other. I want to know what you're talking about. Gotta run this by a client first. We don't got any proof anyway. Let's meet up with him and have them look at the contents of this notebook.
Eastern cuisine is delicious.
It took some doing, but we managed to track down the GIACOMO'S little black book. We found the information concerning you on this page here. Could you take a look at it and confirm this is what you want gone? Yes, this is it. This is the information about me that I absolutely don't want getting out at any cost. Is it alright if I tear out the page and photo and throw them away? Totally. Do whatever you have to do with them. They're yours now. Tampering with evidence a bit. Jess proceeded to tear a notebook page and photograph it into fine pieces. Whew, I think I'll rest a little easier knowing that stuff isn't out there anymore. Although, no offense, if I'm being completely honest, I wish you guys hadn't ended up finding out about my circumstances. As for who those lyrics were about, well, I think I have an idea of who it might be. I'll say this, there are plenty of people like you who live out in the open these days. You shouldn't feel like you have to keep that balled up. Yeah, I know that. It's not like I would really mind if people in society knew who I was. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more trying not to ruin what I have with my childhood friends, if that makes sense. So if you guys could still keep all of that to yourselves, I'd really appreciate it. Of course, it'd be bad for business if people thought they couldn't trust us with their personal details like that. Absolutely, we promise we'll maintain the strictest confidentiality about your case. I don't really understand what you guys are talking about, but don't worry, we'll never tell anybody about you no matter what. Thank you, I'm sorry if it sounded like I don't trust you guys, I just needed that extra reassurance is all. Anyway, you guys can have the notebook back now. I'm not the only one in it, so I really shouldn't be the one to hold on to it. I'll let you guys figure out how to dispose of it, if that's okay. No problem, we're more than happy to handle that. I think that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for doing this. You don't know how much relieved I am to have all that behind me. I'll deposit the money into your account soon. See you all later. So how are we getting rid of the notebook? Alright, now take care of that notebook once and for all. What a scary thing that notebook is. Are you planning to use it for yourself, Van? No way, considering how Giacomo must source that info, keeping it would be asking for nothing but trouble. I'm turning it over to the cops. It'll be a good way to get them to owe us a favor, digging up something as valuable as this. But that's bad too, because they'll notice a ripped out page. It's always give and take with you, Van, isn't it? From there, the party did exactly as Van suggested, submitting the notebook to the police station as key evidence in the murder case. They asked that it be delivered straight to Inspector Daswani, who would know exactly what to do with it.
All in a day's work.
Love to see it.
Reward deposited.
More chaos, please.
Well, I heard.
Marielle's got no shortage of enthusiasm, we'll give her that. But if she can't see reality for what it is, she isn't cut out to be a reporter. I don't care if that sounds harsh. Instead of pursuing dreams and fanciful things, she should be forging relationships with people in business and politics while she's still young. So that Marielle, I was something of a mentor for a time. She has a way of scaring me when she gets in trouble. I guess I kind of think of her as another younger sister. Can be hard to concentrate on my work once I start worrying about her. I respect her drive, of course. I just wish she'd think about things through instead of through ahead of time. Why do the editors always choose to dump work on me right before a deadline? Do I just look like I have oodles of time to spare? I'm a journalist, you know, not some author writing the great Calvardian novel. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to fix dinner for my sister tonight. What a bummer. Welcome to the Tyrell Times. If you need to speak with one of our reporters or editors, I'll be more than happy to set up a meeting. Unfortunately, our editors are all rather busy, so they may not be able to see you right away. Though if you're here to offer your thoughts or opinions on the paper itself, I'll be more than happy to listen and pass your comments on. So I was looking into the exact story that made the front page this morning. Oh well, no use crying over spilled milk. I've just gotta go out there and find another story. It's a brand new day, time to get to work. Oh, and I better see what Dingo's up to as well. Nothing keeps this girl down for long, does it? I feel sorry for Dingo for whatever she's got in store for him in the near future. Oh, I almost forgot. It's my turn to come up with an article for the culture section. It's not exactly the part of the paper I'm most interested in, but I'm sure I'll find something newsworthy if I nail the interview.
About some nice
Hey, you there. I know a person with a sweet tooth when I see one. Let me guess. When you order ice cream, you're the kind of man who can't decide, so he gets both strawberry and chocolate. Am I right? That's some scary intuition you got. You're right. I was checking your place out because I was in the mood for something sweet. But to be able to tell exactly what I like. In fact, now I'm taking a closer look. Your place is exactly what I'm into. How the hell do you do it? That's what happens when you gain true enlightenment in all things sweet. You get a nose for exactly the kinds of things people like. Take your blonde-haired friend there. I've got a hunch she's into vanilla and coconut. As for the little one, wow, is everyone in the city psychic like her? That's amazing. I think it's just her special talent. Most people here don't have her intuition. What can I say? When it comes to what we eat, there's nothing more special than sweets, and people who love them have an aura I can't miss. You got that right. Sweet stuff is what makes life worth living. Can I go here without triggering the event?
How about some popcorn, huh?
Shit. Say, what's that big building for? Oh, this is a movie theater. It's where you go to watch movies. It's been a major attraction in this area for a while. Sorry guys, I guess this stuff ain't real common outside of Calvard, huh? Have you ever seen an orbital film fairy? No, but I think I've heard the term once or twice. I don't really get the concept though. How should we explain it? Ever seen a recorded combat footage before? Of course, it's really useful for learning new tactics and reviewing squad movements. Well, imagine a bunch of pieces of footage put together that's all performed by actors. That's a movie. Then movie theaters where you go to watch movies on really big screens. Oh, see, it's amazing. I didn't realize there was a place here to see tests of strength and duels to the death. I mean, there are movies like that, yeah. We'll have to explain it more in depth later. I really want to see one now. Too bad though, we still have work to do. Hey, when we finish up today... Yeah, I get you. Hang on, why do I have to come too? If we're going to be a team, we've got to spend time together and get to know one another better. Plus, they happen to be selling some seasonal churros at the concessions area in the theater. What do you want, Rene?
How many times must I... Oh, I see your second part-timer has joined you. My name is Kincaid. I'm an analyst with the CID. If you're working for Van, I expect this won't be our last meeting.
Yes, I suppose so. It's nice to meet you. Fairy. Look, I don't really want to play the blame game here, but there's no denying that Eisen Shield changed course because the CID got in their way. You know what that decision ended up costing them their lives, don't you? I do, and in the moment it was the correct decision to train our personnel, so I won't make any excuses. Still, the Eisen Shield weren't strangers. I had an unofficial connections with them as well. On a personal level, I deeply lament what happened to the Flame Eater. While words alone cannot make amends for what happened, there is one thing I can disclose. It would seem that the group that defeated the Eisen Shield were not mafiosos after all. Huh? Now that you mention it, that sadistic bastard mentioned something about an old haunt. I think it's safe to say the group you are referring to and its executive members were involved. While Omada's members all know how to fight, few are combat specialists. Ordinarily, they wouldn't have stood a chance against a capable company of Jaegers like the Eisen Shield. This is simply a matter of fact. You're right. Yeah, that's been bothering me too. How did they do it then? Whoever was deployed to fight the Eisen Shield must have been exceptional fighters. And again, I know this information hardly serves as a recompense, but for now this is all I can share. I appreciate you telling us. Anyway, something tells me you didn't just call to apologize. Quite right, I'd like to discuss the work you have been doing for the guild. Oh. Been keeping your ear to the ground, eh? Why am I not surprised? As you know, we at CID do not see the guild as our enemy. Granted, our two organizations handle things differently, namely national security and confidentiality. Plus, there are those within our ranks that wish to use your recent partnership as a means to besmirch the guild's reputation. Uh-oh. Heh, real rich coming from the department that hires Jaegers for side gigs. That's politics for you. No matter how many get burned, there will always be those who wish to play with fire. However, Sadie as a whole would not stand to benefit with a plan like that. Therefore, I have a proposal. Recently received reports of dangerous monster in the area. Satan Waterworks, Stubborn Octo, requesting Arkride solutions, handle this immediately. CID. Bounty in the Waterworks. Isn't that a monster extermination request? Adios, take me now. It says you surmise. We will be sending you tasks just as the guild does. Feel free to handle them however you see fit, and we'll match the rate the guild is giving you. At least sweeten the pot a little, you cheapskate. I'm paying just enough to keep certain voices in the department quiet. And with that, I will bid you adieu. I'm looking forward to a fruitful, blessed business relationship with you all. That four-eyed sadist. It did sound like he's covering for us, at least. I got that impression, too. And that's how he gets ya. We're way under the same district, huh? That's the second district, by the way, Fairy. I'm guessing you don't go there often due to higher than usual government presence. Hey, you know me too well. I'm in no hurry to head over there. It ain't much, but we can stick to that jerk for forcing to work on us willy-nilly. Gotta go eventually, though, so we'll head over to the same district once we finish everything else. Gee, you see, people have really complicated lives. At least it means I get to fight a bunch of strong monsters. Leave the front line to me. I can take on any foe, big or small. Someone's ready to go. Save some of that fire for the monsters, kid. Main story will advance upon entering Satan District.
Hey, did you...
Welcome. Any chance I can interest you in some popcorn? What about a hot dog? You've got to at least get some popcorn. You know they won't even start the movie until everyone has some, right? Wow, really? I had no idea Calvardian said anything like that. It's true. In fact, I'll fill you in on a little secret. I'm the one who came up with it in the first place. That's right, me. The great thing about popcorn is that it's easy to eat and make less noise than stuff like chips. Ever since I started it, it's taken off like wildfire. That's amazing. I can't believe I'm talking to the man who's behind all that. Hate to burst your bubble, kiddo, but you can't believe everything you hear. Because I always ate popcorn ever since I started coming to the movies as a little brat, and I sure didn't come up with it. Well, okay, so what if I wasn't the first guy to put popcorn in a movie cigar? Who cares? It doesn't change the fact that popcorn makes any movie you watch at least twice as good. That's not just my opinion either. That's just science. Hey, Agnes, didn't expect to see you here. Who are these two? Hi, Chion. This is my boss Van and my coworker Ferry. Are you here to watch another movie? You bet. There's a new movie coming out today and I wouldn't miss its premiere for the world. The only problem is that it starts really, really late. I'm not sure what I'll do to pass the time. Maybe I should watch Golden Blood for the 5th time. Or maybe I should just wait for the uncut version everyone's been raving about to come out. What do you think, Agnes? What's your opinion? I don't think you can go wrong either way. You should do whatever you think will be most fun. People really do like movies, huh? For some people, it's more than just like. They outright love them. Those sorts of diehards are called cinephiles. Oh yeah, do you hear the big news, Agnes? The Messeldam Film Festival got cancelled. But they're planning a different one down south over in Farbad. Isn't that great? I'm so excited for it. I hope that one actually works out. I'm dying for something, anything over here. Wow, they're doing something all the way down there too, huh? I had no idea. It's not supposed to be for a little while yet, but yeah, fingers crossed it goes off a hitch. The more you guys talk about movies, the more curious you're making me. I've got to see one.
On-screen one will soon begin.
I've been coming to this theater for a long time because I could always trust them to show quality films.
Please proceed to the entrance.
But as of late, the only movies they show are sleazy films that rely solely on cheap, visceral shocks. It's disgraceful, I say. The most deplorable director of all is that Salvatore Gotti. His rise to fame boggles the mind.
The movie on sale at the shop. Souvenir to remember your visit.
Welcome to Esprit Cinema. It's my great pleasure to serve as your guide. I've been working here for 20 years, so I can go into considerable detail about almost anything film-related. You've been working here for that long, so you must have started around when Orville films first started showing.
For your visit today.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I've been here since the theater itself was first constructed. In those days, films were largely similar to traditional theater, but they now possess a culture of their own. The landscape has changed too. The big three distributors used to just be United Star, Orion Films, and Kowloon Pictures. But along the way, Vegas Films entered the ring, and since then we've had a wider variety of films to watch than ever before. Well, thanks for a crash course in film history, mister. Now I really want to learn more about movies. I admire your spirit. I suppose they must still feel novel to someone who's not from the Republic. Well, I hope you enjoy the movies. I think you'll find them more than worth your while. Popularity of films has led the industry to hold annual festivals dedicated to them. Sadly, this year's film festival in Messeldam has been cancelled due to extenuating circumstances. However, there's another one that works, which I'm certainly looking forward to seeing.
If you have a ticket, please.
Welcome to Cinema. If you're looking to purchase tickets, I'd be more than happy to help you. Wait, so you buy your tickets first and then you watch the movie? I never would have guessed. They do that so you can reserve a seat and also know which auditorium your movie will be playing in. Pretty much like hopping on a train. Oh, is this your first time coming to a movie theater, miss? Interesting. I thought films were becoming more common in the Central East. Well, I grew up in a pretty remote place, so I haven't seen any movies before. I heard they're like combat recordings. Oh, that's a unique comparison. I suppose that's true in a way. You can think of films as theatrical plays in recorded form. Regardless, we certainly have films that are popular with girls your age, as well as ones that are perfect for first-time moviegoers. If you're not sure what you'd like to watch, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'll be more than happy to give you a recommendation. Awesome. Thanks a bunch, ma'am. Golden Blood has proven to be an especially big hit with audiences. It has more than its fair share of racy scenes, but the hard-hitting action, lightning, fast pacing of the story have won scores of people over. Many people have also found themselves drawn to the sober curious due to the complex inner workings of the main character.
Thank you for your visit today.
I love movies that get me all hyped up. That's why I always look forward to seeing Salvatore Gotti's films.
One will soon begin.
It's also why I like horror movies. They're pretty cathartic, as the grumps say. The staff only recommended kidding movies to me. I get why they do, but they're so boring.
Alrighty.
Ugh, what's taking Mama so long? Does it really take 30 minutes to use the restroom? All this waiting's making me want to go now too.
The movie on sale at the shop.
I feel like I have a sharper eye for beauty after a good cup of coffee at a cafe. I'm trying to find someone new fashion talent, maybe even someone for Edith Girls Collection, a diamond in the rough who just needs polishing. Everyone I've approached has been missing that special something. If I could just find someone with a unique edge, then I'd be in business. Alas.
Business in Sober Curious.
Topic: photo of Jonas's younger sister.
Let me ask you something.
Hot damn, the local Spriggan's got business with someone like me? Never imagined I'd cross paths with you guys. What can I do for you? Oh yeah, I recognize this woman. Nice, what can you tell us about her? I work as a talent scout. She's someone I had my eye on for some time. She used to be a fellow regular at my favorite cafe and we'd run into each other there often. I tried recruiting her twice, but she turned me down both times. She said she wasn't interested. I see, does that mean if we go to the cafe we should find her? Probably not, she stopped coming about a month ago. I wouldn't pin your hopes on finding her there, unfortunately. Although in her defense, it's entirely possible she stopped going because of me. Maybe she just wanted to get me out of her hair. Dang, I thought we had a good lead. What are we gonna do? You might still want to talk to one of the servers there. You seem like pretty good friends. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to fill you in on whatever's happened to her. If you're interested, it's the Macmillan Cafe, just over there. I think we'll take you up on that. Thank you for sharing. Have a good rest of your day. At least we came away with something. Onto the cafe. Topic: photo.
Let me ask you something.
You're asking if I know anything about the woman in the photo. Wait a minute, that's Jessica. You know her. Awesome, that saves us some trouble having to explain things. We've been looking for her. Her older brother, who's estranged, hired us to find her. She has an older brother? I had no idea she had such a complicated family life. How close would you say the two of you are? Pretty close, I'd say. Before I came here, I actually used to work at the Orbital Cafe over by a train station. That's where we first met. We were co-workers and became friends through that. Makes sense. Think we'd maybe find her there if we pay a visit? I doubt it. She quit working there about a month ago. She said she was staying within the city, but it sounded like she decided to move somewhere pretty far. I don't know why, but she must have had some reason for doing it. The way she described it, it seemed like her hands were pretty tired. She was actually a regular here at the cafe. I used to see her here all the time. But once it was time to move, she said she wouldn't be able to come back here any longer. I haven't seen her since. And that was that, huh? With talk like that, it definitely sounds to me like she had something going on. Yeah, like she wouldn't have moved if she didn't have to leave. That's what I felt. The whole thing really bothered me, but she just smiled and brushed it off. So I chose to let it slide. Looking back on it, I think she tried to do that so I wouldn't worry about her after she left. This is getting pretty complicated. Do you know where she moved to? No, I don't. Sorry. I wish I did. All I know is that she's still somewhere in Edith. Actually, you know something? I bet Ilhan over at my old Orbital Cafe might be able to tell you what's going on with her. He's the person who owns it. I think she went to him for advice a lot before she quit. You said his name's Ilhan and he's at the Orbital Cafe. Got it. Thanks for the tip. I guess we should go to Station Street next time. Ready to go? What the? What happened? Who dares approach us?
Is that?
Oh no.
What's up?
I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, it's Agnes.
Don't you dare interrupt my side quest.
Working today.
You fool.
Those two must be the ones she told me about, but she didn't mention that the guy's a total cutie. Oh, I wish I had a fun part-time job like her.
Agnes has a job? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of it?
Besties tell each other everything, you know. What, you jealous?
I'm just concerned about my friend, that's all. So what kind of job is it?
I think she said they investigate stuff for people. And apparently they're helping her look for something while they work. That's all I know, honest.
That's so vague. Are you sure it's not shady?
I assure you, there's nothing to worry about. There you are!
How can you be so certain? Do you know something we don't?
You could say that. She came to me about working, and because she performs her duties so admirably, I told her she's free to do what she wants on her days off. But enough about that. Let's finish our business and return to school. I bought some excellent tea for you both to try. Nice! We've got to grab some scones to go with them.
Hold on! You didn't explain anything!
Topic.
Let me ask you something.
Hey, you mind if we ask some questions? It's about the woman in this photo. We received a request from a young man asking us to look for his estranged sister, Jessica. We talked to Lucia about it. She directed us here. Do you happen to know where she might be living at this moment, or how we could get in contact with her? Her brother, did he give you this photo? If you know anything at all, please tell us. It'd be a big help. I'd love to help you, but unfortunately I don't know where she moved to. I'm really sorry. I wish I could have been of help. Oh, seriously? I don't think he's being completely honest with us. He might know something else about Jessica that he's not telling us. Let's start from the bottom. I'm a spriggan, not with the police or guild, and I don't do things the way either. We're pretty flexible, really. So if you're worried about her, why don't you tell us what's going on? It'll probably be easier in the long run. So you know then. Ain't got hard proof, but I got an idea. What's going on? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not completely sure, but I think I know what the man's getting at. And if he's right, then we can't just keep ignoring this. I know you have your reasons for what you're doing, but if you don't tell us what's going on, then we can't help Jessica. Will you be willing to trust us? That's a good point. Fine, I trust you. But I don't really have a right to talk about it. I think it's better you hear it from the horse's mouth. What do you mean? I'll get in touch with Jessica and see if I can get you guys to meet up. You know what you're doing, so I leave the rest to you. Cool, no problem. Oh boy. Nihon got in contact with Jessica through his orbital terminal, arranging for her to meet at the team at the cafe. Lucky you, sounds like she's in the area. How about you take a seat and wait for her over there? I'll bring out some drinks. Thanks. Much appreciated. Didn't Jonas say we shouldn't talk to her? Is it really alright for us to meet her without reporting back to him? Plans don't always pan out in this line of work. And I ain't following his plan if this job turns out to go against my principles. Is this really what spriggans are like? Wait for Jessica? Yes. The three of them sat down to wait. A woman arrived before long. It's nice to meet you. My name is Jessica. I take it you're from Arkride Solutions. I heard about it from Ilhan. That's right. Thanks for coming. Our client gave us a photo of you, and we used that to find you. I want to go over a few things with you, but let's start with your family. We've met with a man who claims to be your brother. He's told us quite a fair bit about you. Does any of it ring a bell? Man told Jessica everything that Jonas had told them. I've never heard of anything like that at all. I guess my parents could have hidden it from me this whole time. Should it be true? I would understand if they did, considering how delicate a matter it is. Okay, next question. You ever got a problem with someone taking photos of you without your consent? How do you know? Yes, I have. They've even sent the photographs they've taken of me directly to my house. Is that why you chose to move away without telling anyone about where? So this Jonas is actually a stalker. Pretty much. I've actually started feeling I was being followed about a month ago. The feeling just kept getting worse and worse over time. I was proven right once I started receiving photos and letters to my home address. That was why I asked my boss to help make my move discreet. I didn't feel safe going to the police or guild either for that fear it would just anger him and make it all worse. Wait a second. Then the man who claimed to be your brother and gave us this job to begin with it is probably the stalker she's been trying to shake this whole time. Dude was probably just bullshitting us right from the start so we'd do a stalking job for him. Okay, time to break his kneecaps. That's why we have a stun caliber. Or we can slash his kneecaps open, since we can apparently make the stun caliber sharper for some reason. What? You mentioned you have a photograph of me with you, didn't you? Could I see it? Yes, not a problem. No! How? He's still trying to find me? I thought it'd be over after I moved. It's alright, Jessica. Please try and stay calm. Sorry for upsetting you like that. Still, I guess this confirms our suspicions. Our client here ain't Jessica's brother. He's the stalker who's been making her life miserable lately. I can't believe it. I didn't even realize he was lying. We're on your side here, Jessica. Please don't worry about that. I got an idea here. Why don't you hire me so we can turn tables on this asshole? What do you mean? Time to break some kneecaps, yeah! I must say, you do excellent work, Spriggan. You're really quick. I was expecting your results, but not this quickly. Now let's cut to the chase. Where's my sister? Yeah, about that. Just want to ask something before we give you a report. I'll cut to the chase. You've been stalking Jessica, right? Oh my, really? This is all just a misunderstanding. I know I look suspicious snooping around and asking for a woman's place of residence like this, but I can assure you that I found that photograph amongst my father's possessions. Do you think I just found a picture of some random woman there? I wouldn't quite call myself a stalker for wanting to find a woman in the photograph. No, you're not related to Jessica. We spoke with Jessica directly, on top of verifying her family records with the City Hall. We also found out that Jessica moved recently because she was being stalked. Dug up quite a lot of dirt on you too, buddy. This ain't your first rodeo. You were stalking another woman in a different district, yeah? Got arrested for it too, but they didn't have enough evidence to throw you in the slammer. Ha ha ha! I made it clear you weren't to approach her. Why do you have to get involved, And what do you care if I'm a stalker or not? You're a spriggan. Isn't this what you do? Take jobs for people like me? That's not... I apologize for lying to you, really. I just felt like it would have made things easier for the both of us if I did. To be clear, I don't plan on harming Jessica at all, not even after I find out her address. Things went poorly with the last one, but I am Jessica's family, or rather, I will be. I'm destined to become her family. I'm eagerly looking forward to doting on my dear little sister. This guy is being really creepy. Also, again, will you tell me Jessica's address? You can name your price. Van. Well, on behalf of Arkride Solutions, the answer is no. Any sweets will taste sour if I buy them with your damn money. Don't joke with me. Worthless, but fine. I thought something like this might happen. Ah! Let me handle this. Oh, let go, damn you brat! I finally got to do something. You can keep resisting, but I won't let go of you. She moved so fast I couldn't even see her. Great job, Harry. Thanks, so what now? Do we beat some sense into him? I know what I said earlier, but let's not. No need to get our hands dirty here. What should we do here, though? We got enough evidence to throw him to the police and let him sort this one out. But on the other hand, I've also got plenty of dirt on him. Could use it to scare him into never trying anything like this again. Ugh, this choice. How do we put this to bed? Okay, the problem is I don't have enough chaos points, so I have no choice but to blackmail him, even if it's a riskier choice. Seriously, this is not like playing Dustborn, where I'm always trying to scope out the more ethical choice among all the choices. Here I'm just balancing everything as everything should be. Maybe best to use what I've got and blackmail him myself. I'd love to trust the cops on this one, but he might also get away with just a slap on the wrist. Fat chance that I'll fix anything, so I gotta take matters in my own hands. Okay, at least he gives some reasoning for it. Very, keep him down. Him and I are gonna have a little chat. Affirmative. Again, I got solid evidence to your stalking. Ran a background check on you too. You work for a real big name company, yeah? I'm gonna cancel you. Actually cancel, not just yell about canceling. Tell you what, promise me you stay the hell away from her and they don't gotta hear about this. You so much as even think about breaking that promise though, and I'll break your life into pieces so tiny you'll never put it back together. Understood? Tish, you think you can shred me? Go ahead, see if any of it matters. That's a shame. I guess we should head back to the office and transfer all files regarding this case to our computer. I'll start with compiling my recording of this conversation and all other documents we gathered. What? You didn't? Of course I did. I can't be too careless in this line of work, but if you think I'm bluffing, you're more than welcome to find that out the hard way. Spoken like a true spriggan. Okay. Please, I'm begging you, don't say anything to my company. I'll stay away from Jessica, I swear. I'm not sure we can trust what he says. I'll sign a contract if you need me to. Sign it with blood! You need to bring a witness. I promise I won't ever get closer again. Yeah, I'd like that in paper. And look, I just so happen to have a suitable contract on me already. Go me, being so well prepared. Who is watching us? Oh, you. Okay. So under Fairy's watchful eye, Jonas's hands were freed to allow him to sign the contract. He agreed to stop stalking people and to never attempt to contact Jessica ever again. Are you okay, Jessica? You look pale. Yes, I'm fine. Besides, I was the one who wanted to listen in on everything. Again, thank you so much, everyone. I feel like I can finally go back to feeling safe in my day-to-day life again. You got that contract now, so it should be alright. I think the guy's too chicken now to try anything ever again. But we'll keep an eye on you for a bit longer still, just to make sure you're safe. Yes, I hope this will help alleviate your concern. Goodness, that is reassuring. Oh, right. I'll make sure to forward you your fee later. Thanks again, you all, for everything. Every now and then our clients will turn out to be evil, huh? Man, that one sure was a pain. I'm feeling all stiff, but I know loyally might help me fix me right back up. Remember, in Iridia, some clients will screw you over, and then you'll have to fight them, and then that automatically results in a fail for the quest that's kind of unavoidable. A scripted fail, so to speak. But you still get some kind of reward anyways. I suppose we could make a quick stop after this. What a strange experience. Dumping your client that way is unthinkable for a Jaeger. But knowing he's been dealt with makes me feel so much better. I still have a lot to learn about how a spriggan works. Feel free to take notes if you gotta. I agree with the sentiment. I've learned so much myself already. Alright everyone, let's keep it up and finish up our tasks.
All in a day's work.
Missing sister completed.
Deposited.
Give me chaos. Yes! Chaos has gone up. All balance as everything should be. That's the last of the 4 SPGs. I can't smell anything out of place now. This would be a good time for a break. Then we can take it easy after that. Okay, now I got one additional free time. Time Lord. I don't know what this will get me. She's not even a party member. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Thanks for helping out, Van. You don't know how much I appreciate it. No problem. That's what neighbors are for. I know you've got a lot to buy and could use a helping hand. I'm always happy to help. Can I go with you guys? I want to come too. Alright, but you have to help us if you're going to come, okay? And don't go wandering off. Okay, yay, shopping. We're gonna go shopping. We got a few places to visit today. First, I gave you a bit of loyal customer discount, Paulette. Oh, thanks for always shopping here. Man, I trust you're not going to make her carry it all back to the restaurant, right? Be a gentleman. I am. That's what I'm here for. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Brenda. You already gave Yume that candy the last time you came here. That was so yummy. Thank you so much. You're so polite for your age, Yume. I'm impressed. And don't you worry about it, Paulette. This is just my way of showing you thanks for making this neighborhood a better place to live in. I mean, just thinking about how long you've been coming here, since before you left home, really. Though I guess you've been working at Montmart for a while now. Hope you haven't gotten bored. I don't think I could. I grew up with just Dad around, so it's always been home for me. Him and his cooking. Wouldn't give that up for anything. A pleasure doing business with you, as always. I'll throw in some seasonal fruits from Orid on the house. Hope you enjoy them. Ooh, these look really tasty. I appreciate the offer, but I couldn't possibly take these without paying for them. Of course you can. Think of it as loyalty bonus. I'd also like to spoil my favorite little Yume. Yay, I'm her favorite. Ow, pipe down. You're killing my eardrums here. Children are just so full of energy, aren't they? I remember when you returned with her in your arms all those years ago. I was quite worried back then. Huh? But I see now there was no cause for concern. You've got a good head on your shoulders, and you're strong of spirit as well. I imagine I got the former from my mom and the latter from my dad. They continued their shopping spree for a while longer before making their way back to Old Town. Grandpa, I'm back. Hey, there's my little Yume. Aren't you going to ask about her and me, I mean? You must realize by now we're not the most ordinary family, right? I can't imagine you of all people wouldn't have noticed. Hey, what kind of guy do you take me for? I'm not that insensitive. I know better than to go sniffing around a woman's private business. Hey, I didn't mean it like that. We've just known each other for a long time now. I feel a little bad keeping things from you. Now, don't be. There's nothing to feel sorry about. If you want, you can just think of it as me repaying the favor. You guys didn't grill me for details when I first ran out the floor above yours. There was no questions asked, and I really appreciated that. I'm not gonna go dig into someone's personal affairs if they don't offer info up first. Call it a personal policy. Right, I've always known you to be a rare, discreet, and considerate man. Thank you so much, man. And I'm just doing what any decent guy should. But if it makes a pretty woman like you happy, I ain't gonna complain. I was talking about our errand running just now. Were you? Well, I'll take you at your word for it. Mommy, Van, what are you doing? Come on. We're coming, sweetie. If you still have time before you have to return to work, then let me brew you some coffee. On the house. Never gonna say no to that. After a brief coffee break, Van reunited with the others and resumed work.
That was fun. Let's play again,
That levels you up, but what does that do? Allows you to learn something new about them. Oh, this actually gives Van some bonus stats. Nice. I've been hearing from Jessica a little while ago. Sounds like you managed to get everything settled without an issue. Thank you so much. I didn't really know what to think of you a lot when you first approached me about it. In retrospect, I feel silly about doubting you. Oh, don't worry about it. You had every right to doubt us. Yeah, I guess. Here's a little something for you. A token of gratitude. Excellent milk latte. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, appreciate it.
What are you doing here?
Arkride, you made it. I called him over to hash out some important business.
You heard the man, quick glaring daggers at me. It's good to see you again. The same to you. Let me guess, you're working again today. And then there's this one. Oh right, my name is Farida al-fayed. I work with Agnes and Van now. I'm still learning the ropes, but I'll take on any job, no matter how dangerous. Come now. Oh, come on. You think I had a choice in this? Besides, it's plain to say she ain't your average kid. Are you a Jaeger by any chance? Yes, I'm from the Warriors of Kruga. Well, until I got kicked out, that is. I see, so you were involved in what happened in Krail. That's just the topic I was hoping to discuss. Mind filling us in on what went down? Elvis' story was full of holes. I'll tell you what I can, but nothing about my clients. Then I explained the nightmare that unfolded in Crail, though he naturally left out details such as the genesis. Now that might bite us in the butt someday, since the genesis would be the only way to explain the zombification, and these guys are gonna get suspicious of us for withholding information. That Walter's just full of surprises. Old friend of yours, right? Heard you used to run together with your Taito stuff. Your info gathering served you well. We trained under the same master until Walter lost his way over 10 years ago. But that's enough about me. It's interesting that the society sent an enforcer after A's people. Agreed, I could have easily seen them joining forces at some point. Though that seems out of the question now. As far as I know, the society's been quiet the last year or so. Guessing you guys are still chasing them. They're always a concern, but we can hardly prioritize them over Almada right now. All that aside, I'm curious how deceased Jaegers were able to get up and move around. Should we tell them the truth or not? Your bracer buddy was seeing things. None of that happened. Don't try that with me. There were sightings of monsters behaving strangely too. And Elvis isn't our only witness. A police officer on the scene also saw that Eisenshield leader does... Sorry. I'm sorry, that was very insensitive of me. Well, I'm sure you've got your reasons for keeping quiet. We're up to our ears in work as is, so it's not like we can help out with whatever you're dealing with. Maybe it's about time to call in some backup. Oh? Bracers from the other Calvardian branches, I presume? Actually, no, we're so short-staffed nationwide that branches are already sharing personnel to get by. We've been toying with bringing in someone from another country to help ease the load. Unfortunately, where they can come or not is still up in the air. So for the time being, I'll just have to dump as much work on you as you can take. Bucko, we've got plenty to deal with already, you know? Don't worry, I'm with you guys now, remember? Farida, please take care of yourself. And man, from now on I'll be sending your tasks straight to your Zypha via orbmail. If an emergency happens, I may need a call. Don't ignore me if I do, alright? Sure thing.
Come on,
Oh, you must be Arkride Solutions' new recruit. I know you're still pretty much a rookie, but I'm rooting for you, kiddo. Thanks, everyone's been keeping an eye on me. Who wouldn't? Almost like you're not aware you're a Jaeger. The guild and the Jaeger Corps are basically like cats and dogs. But I feel like Fairy's better suited for our kind of work. At least she's in good company. She's a Kruga too. Should be okay to leave it alone for now, at least. Getting down to business, we've confirmed movement from both Almada's leaders and from Ouroboros' enforcers. There's been movement from them both in the past few years. And we're all aware of Heiyue's movements, so we all need to figure out... all we need to figure out is how to go about handling the film festival. We'll hold another meeting once Albus and Regina are back. I have a rough idea of what's going on, but it's still not fully adding up. So we need to be careful when dealing with Almada. Still, can't afford to rest on my laurels. I'll take advantage of Albus and Regina filling in for me on that trip to look into things further. I'd appreciate it if you guys kept your heads low in the meantime. And Van, let us know if something comes up. Yeah. Well, we can't afford to ignore Ouroboros right now. Almada's our priority. There are other things I wish I could look into, but I'm really busy too. I'm counting on you guys too. Don't disappoint. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.